All right, here with Bruno Reagan. Double gold today at the IBJJF Pan American Championships, and you said this is your very first tournament?
Not my first grappling tournament, but it's been about 6 years since I stepped on the mat. Last time I fought, I was a high school wrestler my senior year, so that was about 6 years ago, and then I went and played football for those last 6 years. But I did some nagas and stuff, but I sucked back then. I was like 13, fat, didn't have much to me then. So this is my first IBJJF tournament, first one back in forever.
So you only have one medal on right now. You had double gold today, right?
Yep.
How many matches do you have total?
9, I believe. 4 in my division, 5 in the open. And that open will test you, man, especially as an ultra heavy. Back to back to back. Water fountains are taped off here. I was like, man, I'm about to throw hands. But we made do. So.
Yeah, you fought a pretty high-profile blue belt, Ron Gracie.
About that today.
Yeah. So how was that match there in your absolute final?
God, that was every reason why I love this sport so much. If people that know me, they know I play football because in America it's like the highest level of athlete, and I love that competition. But I love the mat more. One-on-one, mano-a-mano against a guy like that. I mean, I outweigh the guy like 140 pounds, and he goes up there and stands with me, and we just have this war out there. And it was like, I didn't think there would be electricity in this atmosphere with COVID and all, but it was just going crazy. It was a battle, and that's every reason why I love this sport. It was awesome.
What position did you play in football?
Center and guard.
Okay, so that was a little bit like colliding with the D lineman at times out there with you and Ron.
Yeah. Was it what? It's just surreal to me, man. Sorry, I'm trying to find words for it.
Let's talk a little bit about your football background. Like, what levels did you play at?
So I played high school. You know, I wasn't very good, but I was a All-American wrestler. So the coaches at Vanderbilt, you know, gave me a shot. It was local for me, Nashville, and I wanted to play. I was committed to USF to play in, like, not a Power 5 school, but a D1 school. But I want to play against the best. So I went to the SEC. I sucked my first year, so I redshirted. I was like, if I could start 1 year here in college, that'd be amazing. Started all 4 years, kind of busted out of the NFL. I mean, I had some mini camp opportunities, so I always had that chip on my shoulder. Then the XFL, played in that. It's a long story to come to here on this mat at this moment, but the world works in mysterious ways, I guess.
That's pretty incredible. So I mean, you played some high-level college, SEC.
I played the highest level of football. I put on all the uniforms.
Yeah.
So.
That explains a lot, because there's not many big guys that can move like you. Usually they're playing football somewhere.
I could tell. I mean, so Gracie was a different. I could tell he was a different level of blue belt.
Okay.
Know, someone that truly takes this to, like, every day to heart. This is part of his identity. So I guess that's why we had such a good match, because, you know, jiu-jitsu can be something people do like 3-4 times a week, but so I run my own judo academy, so I'm doing this. I'm on the mat every day. He's probably on the mat every day.
What's the name of your judo academy?
Reagan Martial Arts.
Okay.
So there was I got done with football. It was before I went to the XFL. I got out of the NFL, and I was like, well, it's time to hit the mat. But there was no judo school around, so I was like, well, I guess I got to make one. So I made one. And I trained with Teen Son Hammonds. I would drive out to Nashville about 40 minutes to an hour 30, depending on which side I trained at every day. And then eventually I had Sean's blessing to open up at my place, so I don't have to leave Clarksville as much and focus on my school. So that's where I'm at right now.
So you started almost every match out with a takedown, judo throws. Let's talk a little bit about your judo background. When did you get into judo?
I was 3 years old.
Okay.
3 years old. My dad worked at a community center, and I hated daycare, so I looked for every reason to raise hell there and get kicked out. So he took me to work, and they had judo there. So I was like, I stepped on the mat, and he took it to heart too. He was never a helicopter parent, my dad. He was a high-level athlete in his own right, but it would just be subtle things. On my birthdays, holidays, we trained. But it was always, he was never like hard on me in a sense like, oh, you suck. But he always put me in the higher weight classes, older kids. So I guess that's where just the competitive spirit comes from. And I've just been doing it a long time against big, strong guys. So it's not new to me. Like, you know, I can come out here and be like, bye guys, my team's leaving.
So you're just another former professional football player who's been doing judo since he was 3 years old. Mm-hmm. Last thing I want to talk to you about before we close this, what did you think your first match in the absolute division was? A crazy one.
Yes, sir.
What do you think when you squared up with that guy? Probably.
I went, this is going to be hard.
Yeah.
Because I'm going in ultra heavyweight, you know, ultra heavyweight jiu-jitsu is not like, it's not like normal jiu-jitsu. I got that vibe from it. Like, I'm out there basically in a wrestling match. You know, my judo comes into super play there, so I start fighting these light guys and they're lassoing me. You know, they're tying me up, delihivas. So I'm like, dang, man. And that Rooster guy was slippery. He came out, he made the mistake of coming out. We talked after the fight. He was like, no one told me you were a judo guy. They all was just sitting there laughing at me, like his corner.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, it's not like those guys were slouches. I love the absolute division.
Yeah.
Is it unfair? Yeah, but life's not fair. Like, I mean, I've been on the opposite end of that stuff, so they can take that one. But it was fun. It was a lot of fun. I tried to throw some barambolos at him.
I saw.
Some back
It was impressive.
Because I just want to. I'm here to have fun too. I'm here to have fun.
Absolutely, yeah. For people watching this interview, you didn't see the match. The guy was maybe what, 120 pounds. It was.
Had to have been soaking wet, 120. But he came out there, was trying to out-grip me. Was going for some ankle picks. It was beautiful.
All right, Bruno Reagan making a big statement here today at the Pans, double gold. Looking to do big things in the future. Thank you so much, Bruno.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.